Henny. Henny had no brothers and no sister. I want a brother, he told his parents. Sorry, they said. Henny had no friends on his street. I want to live on a different street, he told his parents. Sorry, they said. Henny had no pets at home. I want to have a dog, he told his parents. Sorry, they almost said. But first they looked at their house with no brothers and sisters. Then they looked at their street with no children. Then they looked at Henny's face. Then they looked at each other. Okay, they said. I won't hug you, Henny told his parents, and he did. Marge, Henny searched for a dog. Not just any dog, said Henny. Not a short one, he said. Not a curly one, he said. And no pointed ears. Then he found Marge. Marge had floppy ears, not pointed, and Marge had straight fur, not curly, but Marge was short because he is a puppy. Henny said, he'll grow. And did he ever? He grew out of his puppy cage. He grew out of his dog cage. He grew out of 7 colors in a row. And when he finally stopped growing, he weighed 180 pounds. He stood 3 feet tall, and he drooled. I'm glad you're not short, Henny said, and Marge licked him, then sat on him. Henny used to walk to school alone. When he walked, he used to worry about tornadoes, ghosts, biting dogs, and bullies. He walked as fast as he could. He looked straight ahead. He never looked back. But now he walked to school with no Marge. And now when he walked, he thought about vanilla ice cream, rain, rocks, and good dreams. He walked to school, but not too fast. He walked to school and sometimes backward. He walked to school and did Marge's big cat happy. Marge loved Henny's room. He loved the dirty socks. He loved the stuffed bear. He loved the fish tank, but mostly he loved Henny's bed. Because in Henny's bed was Henny, Marge loved to climb in with Henny. Then he loved to smell him. He smelled his lemon hair. He smelled his Mickey Mouse. He smelled his soapy ears. He smelled his chocolate fingers. Then he put his head by Henny's head. He looked at the fish tank. He looked at the bear. He looked at the Henny. He licked him, and he fell asleep. One day, Marge took a walk without Henny. The sun was shining. The birds were flying. The grass smelled sweet. Marge couldn't wait for Henny, so he left. He went down on road, sniffing the bushes, then down another road, kicking up dust. He went through a field, across a stream, into some pine trees, and when he came out on the other side, he was lost. He couldn't smell Henny. He couldn't smell his front porch. He couldn't smell the street he lived on. Marge looked all around and didn't see anything or anyone he knew. He whined a little along without Henny, then he lay down. Along without Henny, he missed Henny's bed. Henny thought Marge would be with him always. He thought Marge made everything safe. He thought Marge would never go away. And when Marge did go away, when Henny called and called, but Marge didn't come, Henny's heart hurt, and he cried for an hour. But when he finished crying, Henny said, Marge loves me. He wouldn't leave. He must be lost. So Henny walked and walked, and he called and called, and he looked and looked for his dog Marge. He walked down one road, then down another road. The sun shone as Henny ran through a field, calling and calling. The birds flew past as he stood beside the stream, calling, and the tears fell again as he looked at the empty pine trees for his lost dog. Marge! He called one last time, and Mudge woke up from his long sleep and came running. Henny and Mudge. Every day when Henny woke up, he saw Mudge the big cat, and every day when Mudge woke up, he saw Henny's small face. They ate breakfast at the same time. They ate small at the same time. And when Henny was at school, Mudge just lay around and waited. Mudge never went for a walk without Henny again, and Henny never worried that Mudge would leave. Because sometimes in their dreams they saw long silent roads, big wide fields, deep streams, and pine trees. In those dreams, Mudge was alone and Henny was alone. So when Mudge woke up and he knew Henny was with him, he remembered the stream and stayed closer. And when Henny woke up and knew Mudge was with him, he remembered the dream and the looking and the calling and the fear, and he knew he would never lose Mudge again.